Have you ever felt the silence around you? Not just the silence when the noise stops, but the deep, peaceful kind that speaks louder than words? That silence is called solitude. Most people fear it. They think being alone means something is wrong with them. But what if I told you that solitude is not weakness? What if I told you it's a superpower? A quiet force that can unlock your creativity, build your discipline, sharpen your focus, and grow your soul every single day. Yes, you heard that right. Solitude can become a daily habit that changes your life. In this video, we are going to explore how spending time alone is not something to run away from, but something to embrace, something to use, something that can lead you to the best version of yourself. Let's begin. The world is loud, but growth happens in silence. Every day, the world is full of noise. It starts the moment we wake up. Our phones buzz, emails arrive, news headlines scream, cars honk outside, people talk loudly, social media pulls our attention in every direction. There's always something or someone trying to grab our focus. The world doesn't stop talking, and we don't stop listening. But here's the truth. Real growth, deep, lasting growth, never happens in the noise. It happens in silence, in moments of stillness, in solitude. You see, the noise around us can be exciting, but it's also distracting. It pulls us away from ourselves. It fills our minds with other people's opinions, problems, and stories. We get so busy reacting to the outside world that we forget to pay attention to our inner world. But growth, true personal development, starts when we go inward. When we stop listening to everything else and start listening to ourselves. When you take time away from all the noise, something magical happens. You begin to hear something you may have forgotten, yourself. You hear your real voice, not the voice that tries to please others, not the voice that repeats what society says, but your own deep, honest voice, the voice of your heart, the voice of your soul. You also begin to hear your thoughts clearly and fully. You hear what you truly believe, what you truly want, and what you truly need. You notice how you feel. Maybe you're carrying stress you didn't realize. Maybe you're dreaming dreams you've never shared. Maybe you're feeling lost and you finally admit it. Or maybe you're full of new ideas that haven't had space to grow. This is what solitude gives you. A clear mirror. Solitude shows you who you really are. It reflects your strengths, your courage, your kindness, your creativity. It also shows your weaknesses, your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. And that's okay. That's important. Because once you see these things clearly, you can begin to understand them. You can begin to work on them. You can begin to grow. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat with yourself, really sat with yourself, without distractions? No phone, no television, no music, no scrolling, just you, your mind, your heart, and the present moment. Can you remember? If the answer is I don't know or I've never done that, then this message is for you. Because you might be missing out on one of the most powerful tools for personal transformation. Solitude is not just about being alone. It's about coming home to yourself. It's about creating space for clarity, for healing, for discovery. It's in that space that you find your answers. You find your direction. You find your truth. So the next time the world feels too loud, remember, your peace, your power, and your growth are waiting for you in the silence. Take a deep breath. Step away from the noise. Close your eyes. Listen. That voice you hear, that's you. and you're worth listening to. Solitude builds creativity. Do you know where the best ideas are born? They are not born in the middle of loud meetings, busy traffic, or noisy conversations. They are born in silence. They are born in solitude. Some of the greatest thinkers, artists, inventors, and leaders throughout history knew this secret very well. They understood that creativity needs space, mental space, emotional space, and most of all, quiet space. Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds in history, often said he came up with his best ideas while walking alone. Steve Jobs, the creative force behind Apple, was known for his long, silent walks. Writers, musicians, and inventors often lock themselves away in quiet rooms to finish their greatest work. Why do they do this? Because creativity flows best when the mind is still and free. When we are surrounded by people, by noise, and by constant distractions, our minds are too busy. We spend most of our time reacting to messages, to questions, to social media, to problems, to the world. But when you are alone, truly alone, your brain has a chance to do something different. It stops reacting. It starts thinking. It starts imagining. It starts connecting ideas in new and exciting ways. Have you ever had a great idea come to you in the shower? Or while you were walking by yourself? Or late at night when everything else was quiet? That's not a coincidence. That's your mind finally having room to breathe. That's your creativity coming alive. And here's the good news. You don't need to be an artist or a scientist to benefit from solitude. You don't need to write books or build inventions. Creativity is not just about painting or writing or designing. It's about solving problems. It's about thinking in new ways. It's about seeing the world differently. Whether you're a student trying to write a good essay, a teacher trying to explain a lesson better, a business person trying to make a plan, or simply someone who wants a better life, solitude can help you think differently. Solitude helps you find your own answers. So, how can you begin? Start small. You don't need hours of silence. You just need 10 minutes. That's it. Find a quiet space. Sit down. Turn off your phone. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Let your thoughts slow down. Then ask yourself a question. What do I want to create? Don't force the answer. Just listen. Let the answer rise from within. It might be a new idea, a solution to a problem, a new goal, or even a message you want to share with the world. The answers that come in silence are often the most powerful. They don't come from outside of you. They don't come from what others expect. They come from inside, from your heart, your soul, your deepest truth. In a noisy world, solitude is your secret weapon. It's where ideas are born. It's where creativity lives. And once you begin to practice it, even just for a few minutes a day, you'll be amazed at what your mind can do. The next great idea might already be inside you, waiting for a little silence to come alive. Solitude sharpens mindfulness. Have you ever walked through a day and, by the end of it, barely remembered what happened? You ate, you worked, you talked, you moved, but your mind was somewhere else the whole time. This is how most people live. Like sleepwalkers. Their bodies go through the motions, but their minds are lost in the past or the future. They are not really present. But solitude, true quiet time alone, brings you back to the present moment. It gently wakes you up. It gives you the space to notice your life as it is happening. It reminds you that this moment is all you really have. When you are alone, there's no need to impress anyone. No pressure to speak. No need to smile when you don't feel like it. No need to perform. There's no show, no mask. It's just you. You exactly as you are. And that's where mindfulness begins. Mindfulness is the skill of being fully present. It's the ability to notice what's happening inside you and around you right now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Now it means being aware of your thoughts without getting lost in them. Feeling your emotions without pushing them away. Paying attention to your breath, your body, your senses, and the world around you. And like any skill, whether it's playing the piano or learning a language, mindfulness needs practice. It takes time. It takes patience. And solitude is the perfect place to practice it. You don't need anything fancy. No special tools, just time alone. That's it. When you go for a walk alone, slow down. Don't rush. Feel your feet touching the ground. Listen to the sound of your footsteps. Notice the air on your skin. Hear the birds, the wind, the distant sounds of the world. Just observe. Don't judge. Don't label. Just notice. When you sit alone, bring your attention to your breath. Feel it coming in. Feel it going out. Maybe your mind will wander. That's okay. Minds do that. Just gently bring your attention back, again and again, like training a muscle. When you have thoughts, whether they are happy, sad, strange, or uncomfortable, just watch them. Imagine them like clouds floating across the sky. You don't have to stop them. You don't have to follow them. Just observe. Let them pass and return to your breath. With time, something beautiful happens. You become calmer, more focused, more peaceful. You stop reacting to every little problem. You start responding with wisdom instead of emotion. You feel stronger on the inside. And the best part? You begin to enjoy your own company. You discover that you are enough. Solitude helps you realize that the world inside you is just as rich and interesting as the world outside. It shows you that you don't always need noise to feel alive. Sometimes, the quiet moments are the ones that teach you the most. So if you want to build mindfulness, don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it. Find a quiet space. Be still. Be present. And just be. That's where real awareness and real strength begins. Solitude strengthens discipline. Discipline is one of the most powerful skills you can build in life. It is the ability to do what you should do, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the ability to keep going, even when things are boring, difficult, or uncomfortable. Discipline is what turns dreams into reality. It's the foundation of success in every area of life: health, learning, work, relationships, and self-growth. But here's something most people don't realize. Discipline doesn't start with loud motivation speeches or a busy schedule. True discipline is born in solitude. When you spend time alone, something important happens. You remove distractions. You remove the noise. You remove the excuses. There's no one around to blame, no one to compare yourself to, and no one to tell you what to do. It's just you. And in that quiet space, you are faced with a powerful question. Who do I want to become? In solitude, you begin to see your habits clearly, the good ones and the bad ones. You start to notice the things you do that waste time. You become aware of how often you avoid discomfort. But that's not a bad thing. That's the first step to change. Because when you are alone, you have the power to choose. You can choose to keep following your old habits. Or you can choose something better. You can choose to build discipline. Imagine this. You wake up early in the morning. Not because someone told you to. Not because there's a meeting or a deadline. but because you decided to rise early for yourself. Imagine using that quiet time to exercise, to read something inspiring, to write in a journal, or to meditate. You're not doing it to impress anyone. You're doing it to grow. That is self-discipline, and it grows best in the soil of solitude. Try this simple habit. Take just 30 minutes each morning to be alone. No phone, no distractions. Just sit with yourself. Breathe deeply. Then ask yourself one question. What action can I take today that will make me better? Maybe it's a workout. Maybe it's studying. Maybe it's drinking more water, or being kinder, or focusing at work. Whatever it is, choose it, and then do it. You don't need to be perfect. Just do one thing each day. And then do it again tomorrow. Day by day, you'll start to build a new kind of strength. The kind that doesn't rely on outside motivation. The kind that doesn't need approval or praise. You'll build the habit of showing up for yourself. That's real power. When you no longer need someone else to push you. When you become your own coach, your own cheerleader, your own guide, that's when true discipline is born. And it all starts in solitude. So don't be afraid to spend time alone. Use it, embrace it. Build discipline one quiet morning at a time. Over time, those small moments of effort will grow into something big. They will become the foundation of a stronger, wiser, more powerful you. Solitude helps you discover who you really are. In today's world, it's easy to get lost. We live in a society that constantly tells us who we should be. It tells us what to wear, what to eat, what to think, what to believe, and how to live. From morning to night, we are flooded with opinions, from social media, TV, ads, and even people around us. Everyone seems to have something to say about how we should live our lives. But here's the truth. You cannot find your true self by following the crowd. You find your real self when you step away from the noise. And that happens in solitude. Solitude is not loneliness. Solitude is freedom. It's the space where you stop listening to others and start listening to yourself. It's where you disconnect from the world and reconnect with your soul. Ask yourself this powerful question. Who am I when no one is watching? Not who your friends want you to be. Not who your family expects you to be. Not who society tells you to be. But who you truly are, deep inside. Most people never ask this question. They go through life trying to fit in, trying to please others, trying to be accepted. But in doing so, they forget who they really are. They live someone else's life. They follow someone else's path. And one day, they wake up feeling empty. But you don't have to live that way. You can choose a different path. And it begins with solitude. When you spend time alone, you begin to ask deeper questions. What do I really enjoy? What do I believe about life? What do I want to do with my time on this earth? What makes me happy, not just for a moment, but in a lasting way? These are not easy questions, but they are important. Because the answers shape your life. They shape your values, your goals, your direction. Without these answers, you may end up chasing things that don't matter to you. You may follow dreams that are not even yours. But when you start to know yourself, everything begins to change. You stop comparing yourself to others. You stop living by default, and you start living by design. You start making choices that match your truth. You begin to walk your own path with confidence and peace. This kind of self-knowledge is powerful. It helps you say yes to the right things and no to the wrong ones. It helps you protect your energy, your time, and your heart. It helps you stay strong when life gets tough. Because when you know who you are, no one can shake you. So give yourself the gift of solitude. Spend time alone, not to escape the world, but to return to yourself. Turn off the noise. Sit in silence. Listen to your inner voice. It's been waiting to speak to you. You are not here to copy anyone. You are here to create a life that is true to you. And that journey starts in the quiet moments, when it's just you and your thoughts. Solitude doesn't take anything away from you. It gives everything back. It gives you you. Solitude teaches you emotional strength. Many people are afraid of being alone. They think solitude means loneliness. But that's not true. Loneliness is the pain of feeling empty or unwanted. Solitude is something different. It is the joy of being with yourself. It's choosing to be alone, not because you're escaping others, but because you are connecting with yourself. Solitude teaches you how to enjoy your own company. It helps you build a relationship with the most important person in your life, you. In a world that often distracts you with noise and people, solitude invites you to slow down and look within. And what you find there is powerful. When you begin to spend time alone, something amazing happens. You start to notice your emotions. You become more aware of how you feel and why you feel that way. You begin to understand the difference between being tired and being sad, or between feeling stressed and feeling afraid. This understanding gives you emotional strength. Think about it like this. Most people move through life reacting. They feel anger and they yell. They feel sadness and they withdraw. They feel anxious and they panic. But when you practice solitude, you learn how to pause. You learn how to feel your emotions without being controlled by them. You start to manage them instead of letting them manage you. For example, if you feel angry, solitude gives you the space to ask, "Why am I angry? What triggered this feeling? What can I do about it?" You stop reacting and start responding. That's emotional strength. This strength doesn't just help you in private moments, it helps you in relationships too. When you are comfortable with yourself, you don't depend on others to feel good. You don't need someone else to complete you or fix you. You are whole on your own. That means you can love others without attachment. You can support others without losing yourself. You give love, not because you need to be filled, but because you are already full inside. This kind of strength also protects you. You don't fall apart when someone leaves. You don't break down when things go wrong, because you've built a strong inner foundation in solitude. You know who you are. You've seen yourself at your worst, and you've stayed with yourself through it. Solitude doesn't make you cold or distant. In fact, it does the opposite. It makes you warm from the inside. It softens your heart and clears your mind. It teaches you patience, acceptance, and peace. And from that place of fullness, you become someone who uplifts others. Because you no longer take energy, you give it. So next time you feel uncomfortable being alone, remember, solitude is not your enemy. It's your teacher. It is showing you how to be strong, calm, and emotionally free. The more time you spend with yourself, the more you will grow into a person who can face any emotion, any challenge, and any relationship with wisdom and love. Solitude teaches you the most powerful truth of all. You are enough. Solitude is a daily habit, not an escape. Many people believe solitude is something you enjoy only when life slows down, like during a quiet weekend, a trip to the mountains, or when you're feeling burned out. But that's a big mistake. Solitude is not just a break from life. It should be a part of life. It's not something you do once in a while. It's something you do every single day. Think about it like brushing your teeth. You don't wait for a holiday to do it. You do it every day because it keeps you clean and healthy. Solitude works the same way. It keeps your mind clean and healthy. It clears away the noise. It recharges your energy, and it keeps you connected to yourself. Even 10 to 30 minutes of solitude each day can change your life. It doesn't need to be dramatic. You don't need to sit on a mountaintop or travel to a quiet retreat. Solitude can be found right where you are. In your room, on your walk, at your desk. It's about creating space for your inner world. Here are some simple and powerful ways you can practice solitude every day. 1. Morning. Silence. Wake up before the world wakes up. Before you check your phone, turn on the news, or talk to anyone. Sit quietly. Breathe. Let your thoughts rise. Think about your goals. Set a clear intention for the day. Even 5 minutes of silence can help you begin the day with peace and purpose. 2. Solo walks. Leave your phone at home. Go outside and take a walk. Alone. Don't talk. Don't listen to music. Just walk. Listen to the birds, feel the wind, look at the sky, observe the world. As your body moves, your mind becomes free. New thoughts come. Old stress leaves. 3. Silent evenings. At the end of the day, give yourself a quiet moment before sleep. Turn off your screens 30 minutes early. Journal. Read a book. Sit in stillness. Reflect on your day. What did you learn? What can you improve tomorrow? Solitude at night helps your mind rest deeply. 4. Alone. Time at work or school. Even in busy environments, you can create small moments of solitude. Take a few quiet breaks during the day. Step outside. Close your eyes. Take slow breaths. You don't need to speak. You don't need to scroll. Just be. These short resets improve your focus and lower stress. 5. Creative solitude. Do something just for yourself. Paint, write, sing, play music, draw, build something. Don't worry about how good it is. Don't think about posting it online. Just create from your heart. This kind of solitude connects you with your imagination and inner joy. Remember, solitude is not hiding from life. It's preparing for it. It's not weakness, it's strength. It doesn't make you distant from others. It makes you more connected to them and to yourself. The goal is not to escape the world, but to return to it stronger, clearer, and more grounded. Solitude is your daily fuel, your private space for growth. So don't wait for the weekend. Don't wait for a special reason. Start today, even with just 10 minutes. Make solitude a habit, not an escape. Your future self will thank you. What happens when you practice solitude? Every day, imagine a small seed planted in the quiet earth. Each day, it receives sunlight, water, and care. Slowly but surely, it grows, roots digging deeper, a stem rising taller, leaves reaching for the sky. Practicing solitude every day is like planting that seed inside yourself. It is a quiet, gentle process, but the change it brings is powerful and lasting. When you make solitude a daily habit, you begin to change, deeply and beautifully. The noise of the world around you starts to fade, and something new begins to grow inside. You become calmer. Instead of rushing and reacting, you learn to pause and breathe. When problems come, you meet them with quiet strength, not panic. Your mind feels clearer, like a calm lake that reflects the sky perfectly. With practice, you become wiser. Solitude helps you see things from different angles. When you spend time alone, you think more deeply about your experiences. You learn from your mistakes. You understand your feelings better. This wisdom helps you make better decisions in your life. Decisions that bring you closer to your goals and dreams. Your focus improves too. In a busy world full of distractions, it's easy to lose track of what really matters. But solitude trains your mind to concentrate. When you sit quietly and practice being present, you build mental strength. This helps you pay attention at work, at school, or in conversations. You finish tasks faster and with better quality because your mind is clear and sharp. Creativity also blossoms when you practice solitude daily. When your mind is free from noise, it begins to connect ideas in new ways. You might find new solutions to problems or discover exciting ideas you never thought of before. This creative energy flows naturally from the quiet space you create inside yourself. Discipline, the power to do what is right even when it's hard, becomes stronger as well. In solitude, you face yourself honestly. You recognize your bad habits and slowly replace them with better ones. You don't rely on others to motivate you because your inner motivation grows. You learn to take small steps every day toward becoming the best version of yourself. But the most important change of all is this: you become free. Free in many ways. Free from the need for other people's approval. Free from the constant distractions that steal your time and energy. Free from fear. The fear of failing, the fear of being judged, the fear of being alone. When you practice solitude every day, you start living your own truth. You stop trying to be what others want you to be. You become the person you are meant to be. Authentic, confident, and peaceful. And over time, others will notice. Friends, family, and coworkers will see something different in you. They might ask, "Why are you so calm even in difficult situations?" Or, "How do you stay so focused and confident?" You'll smile quietly because you know the secret. The secret is that you found your power in solitude. The power to grow, to heal, to create, and to live fully. Solitude is not loneliness or escape. It is your daily source of strength and freedom. It is the quiet place inside where your true self lives. And the more time you spend there, the stronger and happier you become. So, what happens when you practice solitude every day? You transform your life. You become the calm in the storm. You become the light in the darkness. You become free. Final thoughts. Your greatest friend is yourself. Think about this. You spend every moment of your life with one person. That person is you. From the moment you wake up until the moment you fall asleep, you are your constant companion. You will be there during your successes and your failures, your happiest days and your toughest struggles. So, it only makes sense to build the best friendship possible with yourself. Solitude offers you that precious opportunity. It gives you the time and space to really know yourself. When you spend time alone, you begin to understand your thoughts and feelings in a way you never could when you're surrounded by noise and distractions. You start to see who you really are beneath all the masks and expectations. And here is the beautiful truth. Solitude isn't lonely. It's lovely. It is not a place of sadness or emptiness, but a place of peace and fullness. When you sit quietly with yourself, you open the door to self-acceptance. You accept your strengths and your weaknesses, your joys and your fears. You learn to love all parts of yourself, even the parts you once tried to hide. Solitude is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of wisdom. Choosing to spend time alone means you are brave enough to face your true self. It means you are strong enough to be honest with yourself. It means you are wise enough to know that true growth and happiness come from within, not from the outside world. Solitude is not an escape from life. It is a way to empower yourself for life. It is the fuel that strengthens your mind, sharpens your focus, and deepens your creativity. It builds your discipline and teaches you emotional strength. It helps you discover your own values and live by them, instead of following what others expect. So today, I want to challenge you to make solitude a part of your daily life. Not just once in a while when you have free time, but every day. Start with just a few minutes if that feels easier. Wake up early for a quiet moment. Take a short walk without distractions. Sit quietly before bed and reflect. These small steps add up. The key is consistency. Like watering a plant every day, your daily solitude practice will nourish your inner self. Over time, you will notice changes. You will become calmer in chaos, clearer in confusion, and stronger in struggle. You will find peace when the world feels loud. The world will keep shouting for your attention, through phones, through people, through endless noise. But you will walk your own path in silence. You will carry a calm strength that no noise can shake. You will stay focused on what truly matters. And above all, you will be free. Free from the need for approval. Free from fear. Free from distractions. Free to be yourself. Fully, completely, beautifully. You will no longer be afraid of being alone, because you will know that solitude is not your enemy. It is your greatest friend, your superpower. So, choose solitude, choose yourself, choose growth, and watch your life transform in ways you never imagined possible. Thank you for watching English Achieve. If this video helped you think differently about solitude, give it a like and share it with someone who needs peace and power in their life. Remember to subscribe for more motivational stories and simple English learning. See you in the next video. And until then, take a deep breath, find a quiet place, and grow.